look a little rough, but it's just been, I don't know. I'm still recovering from everything. So yesterday I slept in till like maybe 1 o'clock or like 1:30. I don't know. I slept in a lot. And then my dad and we went up to get lunch at the clubhouse, which you didn't see. And then you saw me like when I was outside of the gym, because I went into the gym to stretch, because like I'm still dealing with things. So we did that, and then we walked home. Like, we took the longer way home, and it's really hot out. So my dad is like, I mean, I'm getting used to the weather. He was just like, oh my God. So we were gonna go to the grocery store, which we did, but first he's like, I need to cool down. Like, I need to like chill for a minute, literally and figuratively. So he did. And then we went to the grocery store. We got a few things, not a whole heck of a lot. I did order a bunch of stuff on Amazon. That's coming Monday. Fingers crossed anyways. I don't know, because with the storm, like, I don't know if things are going out. Like, I know for me, like, someone ordered something off my Etsy shop, and I was like, so I put my Etsy shop on vacation mode, and then I, like, left the person a message saying, like, due to the hurricane, you know, it's gonna be delayed, so they were understanding, which is very much appreciated. And I put all the groceries away, and he might have taken a nap or just was like laying down taking it easy. I read a Catster, a magazine about kitty cats. And there was an article in there about when your cat's a senior, and my cat apparently is a senior citizen. So, anyways, we, the other night, the night that he got here, we watched 2 episodes of Designated Survivor. I like it, but it's one of those kind of like, it's kind of like intense, but not really. It's not, you know, like lighthearted, I guess. I don't know. And so we haven't watched, maybe we'll watch like another one tonight or something. I just want to be comfy. Because we were struggling to find something to watch on TV, and I had remembered we watched an episode, like the first episode, a long time ago when I was still living in New Jersey. So I was like, do you want to try this again and like see more? And so he said, whatever you want. His only rules, I think his main rule was it can't be something where you're starting in the middle of it, because I was going to put on another episode of Quantico, but like he doesn't really know what's going on in that show, so I'm like, alright. And then there might have been like another thing, but we're not going to worry about it. So we watched TV. We just had like a relaxed little evening the night my dad got here. Then yesterday, we just hung out. We had dinner here, and we, well, the first night I had like some anxiety, because like the power went out twice. And how did I know that? Well, the first time I saw the lights, like, it's barely, it's like if you blink, you miss it. That's how fast it goes out and then, like, on again. And then it did it again, and then first of all, the TV started acting up, and then there was no internet. And I started to freak a little. And then, I was, like, telling my dad, I'm like, the power just went out, and he's like, how do you know? I'm like, don't you see the lights? They flickered. And I'm like, and the internet's not working, and the TV started acting up. And then the second time, I saw the lights flicker, and then the cable box went out, and I was just like, ugh. So, but I'm good. So we still are watching the Weather Channel and like keeping an eye on things. My dad's tracking it on his phone and his laptop, so so it's all good. I mean, but there could be at some point today or tomorrow a lot of like rain and like next level compared to like the usual summer storm. So he'll always tell me like, oh, don't worry, like that's not us, that's the East Coast, or that's whatever. We were watching TV yesterday and we had the Weather Channel on and it was like warning, tornado watch or advisory or whatever, like in your area. And then in your read and it's like, basically telling you like where to go, what to do. And I was like, oh no. So my dad's like, even though it said it was like in the area, it wasn't really like in my area. So we didn't get one, but it kept like going off and like it was just a little alarm. So, I was just like trying to stay calm and like Squeaky kept wanting to go out and I was just like, I don't know. So like I would let her go outside on the lanai, but then I kept bringing her back in to cool off because it's extra hot out. Probably like Dorian's bringing the heat and might bring the rain. So, but the good news, I have some really, really, really good news. It's two things. One, so we were trying to find something to watch. And I'm like, because you can only watch so much of the Weather Channel. At this point, like, see, here's the thing. For me in the beginning, I was glued to it and all things weather because I didn't know if I was staying here or if I was going to New Jersey. Like, no one knew where the storm was going. No one knew where I was going. And now, as I still kind of track it, if there's Mike's weather page, y'all need to like follow Mike's weather page on Facebook. His posts are very informative and they're fine. It's when I start to read the comments, that's when it gives me like, it makes me anxious. Because some people will be like, yay, like, we're not in the cone anymore, and, like, all is well, and, like, be safe, and prayers, and all the good things for those who might be affected on the other side of the peninsula. And then you have people that, like, are like, oh, just because you're not in the cone doesn't mean, like, people just talk. And I'm like, but what do they know? So I just listen to my father, because his name is, well, he's Michael, and that's what he goes by, but a lot of weathermen are named Mike, and they really know their stuff. And he knows his stuff. Let me tell you, my daddy knows the weather, the back of his hand. So, the good news is that an episode of The Office was on, so, here somewhere. I let it play as I was making something in the kitchen, and I heard him, second good news, is I heard him laughing. So then really the third good news is when we were trying to figure out what to watch, I put The Office season 1 on Netflix, and he didn't complain. He wasn't like, nah, I don't know. Like, for years he's been protesting The Office. Finally got him to watch it, and finally got him laughing. And so I like recorded it on my phone and like texted it to my mom, like it was as if it was like a voice text memo thing. So she like texted me like, what's so funny? I'm like, can you believe he's laughing first and foremost, and second of all, I'm like, we're watching The Office. So I'm crossing my fingers we can watch more tonight, because it really, like, to me that's like a lighthearted show, and it really helps to get my mind off stuff and like puts me in like a good headspace. So, but it's 11:49 and I'm finally awake. Like, I got up around between 11 and 11:30, and I was like a zombie. And then I was dreaming, and there was such like realistic dreams, and like everything in my dream was out of order. It's almost as if like my mother, I was on the phone with her, and she told me like, oh, well, this, and this happened. But then, like in the dream, that's like the feeling I had. But then in the dream, everything that was said to me was played out backwards from the end to the beginning. Hopefully this makes a little sense without me going into details of my dream. But then there was this one part of my dream. There was two people. They were both like really nauseous all the time and dizzy, and they're having like all these issues. And I was like, man, I can really empathize, sympathize, and I could possibly help. And so I was like, but is that my place to like step in a room full of strangers and just start like talking and sharing my wisdom and knowledge? Because these people, it was like, uh, they were stupefied. And so my mom, I was like asking her in the dream, I'm like, what do I do and can I help? And so I started, and then at one point in my dream, like there was like my brother, and I either told him or I wanted to tell him, like, guess who's like running a vestibular disorder support group? Your sister. Like I was like I was telling these people like my story and the doctor that I saw, and I was like, it's a vestibular migraine, but you need to keep in mind that there's more than one kind. And then this person in my dream, again, don't know these people, there was the one guy was like, well, did you do this test? Did the doctor do this? Like, I was like, no. I'm like, let me tell you. And I'm like telling my story, and I'm like helping these people. And I'm also saying a vestibular migraine is not one size fits all. But, you know, if your symptoms are anything like mine, then you might have what I have, and like, go get some help. So it was like, whoa, like to me, that's intense stuff. So with that being said, I'm going to get up, get myself freshened up and ready for the day so my dad and I can either make lunch here, go get lunch out, whether it's on property or off property, and then figure out what's going to happen today. I'm going to double check the weather, because when I checked it last night, basically it was saying like 12 to like 11 tonight, just rain. But right now, it's nice and sunny out with blue skies. So I don't know. I feel it looks so shiny. Anyways, this is my video. Hopefully you are enjoying these videos. Thanks so much for watching, and till next time, keep it quirky.